Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I'm Pastor Joe Fox. In a recent video, I told you all about the importance of having a location to bug out to. And I encouraged you to work on getting, obtaining, identifying, securing, coordinating for a couple locations to which to flee. And the operative word there is work. You have to work at it, not just fantasize about it, not just think about it, but actually work on it and make it so. That's not what I want to talk about in this video, though. In this video, what I would like to strongly encourage you to do is to work, there's that word again, on your immediate bug-out plan. What do I mean by immediate bug-out plan? It's 2:30 on a, what most of y'all call Tuesday afternoon. And it happens. Something happens that requires you and yours to get several hundred miles away right now. Right now. We gotta go. What goes into that? You know, a lot of people fight the problem. What would cause me to do that? I gotta know what it is so I know where I'm gonna go. Take where you have to go for a minute and put that on a shelf. Because really what I'm more interested in you figuring out is how you're going to get started, how you're going to get moving. Things to consider are these. You just found out something happened. What are you going to do with that information? Because see, at a certain point, example, when the World Trade Centers got hit by the first airplane, right? People are looking at it. People in the tower that was hit are watching TV and seeing it. They're not evacuating immediately. They're like, wow, a plane hit our tower and it's on fire. Then people are calling their mother and their loved ones and saying, what do you think I should do? Okay, that was the time to move out, right? When the plane hits your building and the building is on fire, it's time to move out. Save the conspiracy theories for another video. The fact is, the people in the building needed to move. You could easily get stuck in a rut of wanting more information. We're an information-hungry society, right? We're constantly online, we're checking things out, we're sharing things on social media. There's a time to shut that up and start moving those feet, all right? So that's the first thing. Second thing is this, the reason I said like 2:30 on a Tuesday or, 11:30 on a, Wednesday or something is because assuming you have a family, your family's probably scattered at that point. Spouses are at work, or one's at work and one's at home, kids are at school and daycare and yada, yada, yada. And the reality is we need to get out of here. So what is your plan once you realize it's time to go to start energizing your crew, your family, your group to move? How do you contact them? How do you contact them if cell phones are down or jammed or an EMP went off? What is the plan? Do you have maybe link-up points for people to go to? Do you have routes that people are supposed to travel to a particular point? And then that way, if I have a car that's operational, I can be riding those routes, picking people up and facilitating getting them together. But you've got to affect communication with the parties because you may be the only one who knows it's time to go. Everybody else could be blissfully unaware. So one, you got to alert them. Two, you got to assemble them. And, that requires some thinking, some planning, and I submit to you some practice, some rehearsal of that. And then you have to decide, all right, based on the amount of time I think I have, and I told you it's immediate. By immediate, 30 minutes maybe, 15 minutes, right? If it's immediate, you're going to grab your Bob out of the garage and start walking or driving, right? I mean, that's what it's for. I have no time to think, I'm grabbing this and going. It gets more complicated if you have a little bit of time. You've got an hour. You've got an hour before you absolutely have to go. All right, well, I'm assembling people. They're all going to link up here at the house. I've alerted everyone. They're coming. What do I pack in the vehicle? What do you pack? Having that thought out. Maybe having those kits pre-made or a list for things that don't necessarily go in a kit day to day, but you're going to want to take them with you. What are those things? I don't know. Deeds, records, proof that you live there. My mother-in-law had a big fire near her house one time. They evac'd everyone, and to get back into their neighborhood, to see what was going on after it was over, but while controls were still in place, you had to have something showing that you lived there. You know, your driver's license with that address on it, a piece of mail or something. So things like that, you know, but this is not a how-to video, this is a think video. This is for you to figure out for your personal circumstances, what do you need to take with you in a very immediate, this isn't like a day, this isn't like 4 hours, this is like maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes. What are you going to grab? How are you going to get your people together? How are you going to contact them? And then how are you going to start your move? Your vehicle. Do you keep your vehicle topped off? I told you, you know, this plan can work without knowing where you're going to go, but let's assume you got to have a full tank of gas. Nobody keeps a full tank of gas in their car 24/7. But you could keep enough gas on hand to top off your vehicle. Is your vehicle in good running order? When it's not, do you have a plan B? Do you have another vehicle? Or do you have a neighbor that'll lend you one or something like that? These are all things to think about. But please, think about what you would do if you had to get several hundred miles away with everybody and everything you care about and you had 30 minutes notice. How would you make that happen? Work on that. It'll have a lot of benefits in a lot of other areas. All right, I'll see you out there.